Hey guys, listen, we're going to do our lesson via video only because um, I'm going to be gone today and maybe tomorrow. So this is a strange lesson. So I want to make sure that I know Ms. Schreiner can help you, but I want to make sure that everybody understands it in my voice, and sometimes that's helpful. So this is called point slope form. This is also a linear equation. And specifically, if you're given a point and slope, you will use the point slope form. And here's the formula right here. So it kind of gives you a formula to follow. The only thing that you really need to pay attention in this formula is this value, and this value, and this value. So let's try it. So again, you know, this is your x, this is your y, and this is your slope. M is always your slope. So if I wanted to substitute these values into the equation, I would write y minus, because that's minus, and then we have a -3 equals my slope, -1, x minus, and my x value is 4. So the only other thing we need to do is to simplify what I can as far as making this a y plus 3 equals 1 x minus 4. So that is it. So all we do, it still looks like this, but it's cleaned up. Let's try another one. X, y. So y minus a -6 equals 2x minus a -5. So please notice that when I simplify this, rewrite it simplified, that my x value is the opposite when it's in point slope form, and my x value is the opposite and my y value is the opposite when we're in point slope form. So eventually you'll just notice to write this as a +6 and a +5, because when we're substituting in, you can substitute the opposite of x and y. And let's try that. Let's see that in action. What the heck is Mrs. Sparrow talking about? Because of this negative, anytime you see a negative, you should think that means the opposite of. Okay, so x, y, slope. So y, what's the opposite of -2? +2 equals my slope. X, what's the opposite of -3? +3. Otherwise, you would be a minus minus, which we know is a plus. And that just makes it a lot easier understanding that. So that's going to help us when we come over here. It says finding the points and slope from point slope form. Hint, the x and y are opposites in the equation due to the negative or the minus sign. So let's name the points and the slope here. So again, we're looking at this, and we want our opposites here. So that becomes our y is a +6 and our x is a -7. Our slope is easy. That's that guy. Let's try this next one. Y, x. So x is -11, the opposite, and then opposite of our y, and our slope. So that's pretty easy. Let's keep going here. So how do you graph these babies? Because we always have to graph. It says find the intercepts, but you guys know what that means, and I'm not going to worry about it. These graphs are so small that it's very difficult to see them. I just want to make sure you're graphing correctly, understanding how to graph, and you'll be fine. So again, to find those ordered pairs, opposite. So this is my x, this is my y, so that would be a -2, -4, my slope is -3. When we're graphing, I need to put graphing. When we're graphing, we also need to make sure our slope has a rise and a run. So if we have a whole number, we always put it over 1. So first plot our ordered pair. So -2, -4. Do you see how small these are? Holy cow. Then rise and run. So this says to go negative down 3 over 1. So down 3, 1, 2, 3. Since the 1 is positive, I'm going to go over 1. 1, 2, 3, positive to the right. So once you have 3 points is what I highly recommend, so it is more exact. This is very difficult to see. I can see, I know if I'm just slightly off of my slant here, I'm not going to get it exactly. I mean, I can really know what this one is, but this one I'm not 100% sure. So I know I can go up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1, up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. So that one's really hard to see. So I'm not really worried about the intercept. So you can't really see it well here, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so here, again, this is my y, this is my x. When I put it back into the ordered pair, it's going to become their opposites. So the y is -3, the x is a +2. My slope is -2 or -2 over 1. I'm first going to plot my point over 2, 1, 2, 3, and then it says to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. I can connect my points. When you're connecting your points, make sure your graph goes all the way across. One more time. I don't know where that little line's coming from, but oh well. Y, x, +3, -4. Slope is 2/5. So now we at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. My slope says to go up 2 over 5. I cannot do that again. So I don't know if you know this, but you're going to follow that same pattern because negative divided by negative is positive, that these two items are equal. This one is just simplified. So I literally could go down 2 to my left 5 and still be in that same line and graph. All right, that's all there is to it. Happy assignment.